to smash that like button. Subscribe. We need some subbies. Come on, you can do it. Late night. Woo, good vibes.
Oh, there's a chair over there. There's a chair over there because there might be a kid over there just a little bit. Good evening. Welcome back. Hello, Lauren. Hello to you at home. My name is Jay Ryan. You have dialed up the Cars and Comedy Show here in the Late Night Playset tonight, and we are very happy that you did. Please click the bell, like, subscribe, do all the things you're supposed to do on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, just drop us a message, drop us a comment. In fact, if you do, it'll go straight to the desk live during the show. Give me 1 second to just catch my breath here. Good news, though. Good news from Motor Trend. We have Mr. Johnny Lieberman is with us this evening. Mr. Lieberman is back in the house. He's done some travels. He's driven some cars. There he goes right now. That's him. And, of course, the missus is here, and she's showing off her new haircut, which is spectacular. We've got you on Instagram. I think up in Canada will be Mike on Mike, whatever. He's going to be somewhere. Let's turn some lights on there. Now you can see her pretty haircut. There we go. And that's what's going on tonight. We're going to take your questions and anything else. Will, get us started, will you? Bubbles. Ooh. So why not? There you go. Yeah. Oh, Johnny Lieberman, it's good to have you back, buddy.
It's good to be back.
For everybody else, welcome back. It is Thursday, March 23rd, 2023. Johnny Lieberman and son are here.
That's right. Do you
Richard, right?
want to be Richard or Veal Chub?
He's like, I'm good. My work here is done.
Did you get all the bubbles? Yes, my wife's out of town, so
yeah, I love it. I love it.
Last minute childcare.
Johnny asked me. He's like, "Well, I mean, I'm going to have my kid with me."
I totally spaced. I remember saying, "Hey, I should come on your show." It's been a minute.
I think I also said I was going to follow up with you.
Yeah.
But guess what? I didn't.
Yeah, I
so
mean, it's
I blame myself.
It's still COVID, really. Like, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing's back to normal.
I just cleaned out stuff from the studio and I took out my vaccination card. Like, I remember in the beginning, it was like, you got to have it ready to show somebody if they want to see it.
It's so funny you say that. I was in Little Tokyo for lunch, and I can never pronounce it, but Diet Coco, or the great ramen place.
Oh,
and the line. Did I say it totally wrong?
I have no idea. I thought you were saying Diet Coke.
No, Daikuyu. I'm saying it so bad. Anyhow, the line's horrible, and so I put my name for one, and they go like, Sarah for one, and I look around and there's no Sarah, so I go to the lady. I go, hey, you just said Sarah for one. She's not here. I'm the next one on the list.
I'm one.
You should seat me. And she's like, when we call your name? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to another place, which is always a bad idea because it's never as good. And they're like, must have your vaccination card to enter. And I'm like,
Today?
It might have been.
It wasn't
Yeah, I think it was just the sign was still up. How you doing, Richard?
This is awesome.
And so I didn't go in there because I was like, I don't have my. No, I do. I have a picture of my card on my phone, so I think I used that for 2 years.
Oh, because that's the same thing.
It's the same thing, and but I was just like, I guess I'll go wait in line, and then I had a really good bowl of ramen. So
it seems like one is just as easy to fake as the other.
Yeah, but it was worth the extra 4-minute wait but it was I was so like, really?
That's
like,
a Seinfeld
you
4
don't
moment.
see the logic of you called a one, that one's not here.
Oh, I see.
You still have one seat. Like, seat me. I'm the next one. And she was like, no, not going to happen. So it might have been a cultural barrier. But anyways, I'm here to shame you about your coffee mugs.
Oh, tell me about it.
So
What's wrong with them?
they're not smart. I got yesterday. Right. It's this. It's a little. There's a kid behind you.
I know.
It's a little. It's a Motor Trend plug because we were given these mugs.
Oh,
called,
you're shitting me.
They're called Ember.
It's got a USB or something?
It Bluetooth, and it's got a heater. It's got a heating element, and so there's an app, and you can like set. Even better, if you have like cold coffee. You put it in there and you just go like 130 and it warms it relatively quickly to 130 and it's awesome. It's like it's. Are you the director?
This is the best.
Just don't lick it. Are you directing, Richard?
I love it.
Okay.
It's perfect.
There we go.
This is amazing.
Wow.
I'm so happy.
You said bring the kid. I
I'm
was
so
like,
happy.
Okay.
I love it when all the fucking things.
Yes.
go off
Anyway,
the rails.
so you need to upgrade to
so then
Ember
theoretically,
mugs.
so then we'll just ask the guests in the green room, what temperature do you prefer your beverage at?
No. You said it on the phone. You just said it. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but I'll ask them,
sure.
and that way we can have it prepared for
Yeah,
them.
and I think he goes up to like 170, but you can like, so it's Bluetooth. So the thing has to be here. I'd show you on the app.
Yeah.
But like you can go like from I think like 85 to 170. And
It's kind of like, why haven't we done this? Convection heating has been around for a while, and I'm sure that's probably how it is.
I have no idea. Magic, I think, as far as I understand things.
Of course, magic. Of
It
course.
uses magic. It's just like, there's an app. I don't know. Magic app. But anyways, I was like, I figured it out. Because it was one of those things where I was like, I don't need to read the instructions. And then this morning about 9, I was in the garbage can pulling the instructions out. Like, how does it actually work? And,
man.
yeah. Well, it's a coffee cup. How hard can it be? Turns out.
Y'all always say that, and there's always something.
Well, it turns out, there's an app. I didn't realize there was an app. So.
I just, what do they look like? Do they look like regular coffee mugs? Or
Kind of.
do
They're bigger.
It's a big
and
tumbler?
then if you flip it over, it's got like 2 gold rings that are like. You know that new red coffee mug I've been drinking out of?
Yeah, he wants to know why we're talking about them.
Anyways, the 2 gold rings that go on the charger.
Why are you guys talking about coffee mugs?
Yeah. He's not on mic, though. Richard, if you want to talk, you got to get on mic. Wow. Are you having so... Hey, buddy. Maybe you've had your fun with that. Maybe either sit here or go play that. Okay.
He's like, yep, that's perfect.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
What does Spike always say?
Give over to your
That's right. Work on new material. So you've done that. Now think of something else to do.
Oh, that's very funny.
Yeah.
Is that his note?
Well,
Like,
for many
when something
episodes,
gets too long?
Well, for many episodes, Richard would do this thing called penis cup, where he would take a cup and put it over his penis and go, "Hey, Spike, penis cup," and he did it like 3 shows in a row. So Spike was like, "Hey, kid, get some new material."
Yeah. That's pretty funny though. Where
Yeah.
where did that particular bit of comedy come from?
It was like
I don't know.
you gotta get on mic, Richard. If you don't talk into the mic, they can't hear what you're saying. So no, he made it up. Is what happened. And Spike thought it was really funny
because it is.
that a kid, live on the
How old?
podcast, just turned 6.
So he was like a 5-year-old writing
4.
a weird.
Penis cup was 4. Yeah.
So he's on the Spike podcast all the time.
Well.
And I'm also a Zuckerberg.
Famously, yes, he asked. I said, we're going to go to a podcast. He goes, oh, is Zuckerman going to be there? I go, no. He goes, I like Zuckerman. He has a funny voice. and no, he famously shit all over Zuckerman's rug. Well, actually, it stayed in his pants, but he shit on Zuckerman's like $20,000 vintage rug.
Yeah.
And Zuckerman had like a conniption. It was great to watch Zuckerman melt down in real time.
This must have been incredible radio
It was
television.
the greatest part was because it was such a long build. It was just one of those like Amy had to go out of town just like tonight, and so I'm like I got to bring Richard, and Zuckerman was like just don't spill anything on the rug, and I'm like yeah he's a good kid, and then he was eating like he took like a whole jar of jelly and was like. Like, he didn't get it on the rug, but he had a jar of jelly on a plate, and he was eating bread and jelly. And then he has to go to the bathroom, and he couldn't figure out how to flush the toilet because it's one of those, like, buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And he's never seen that before. Yeah. But so he walks out with his pants off. And Zuckerman's house is mostly glass. So I'm looking at Spike, and Spike just starts smiling like the happiest face you've ever seen.
He knows what's about to happen.
Well, it's just because there's a half-naked kid, bottoms off, against the glass going, Dad, Dad, and Zuckerman turns and just like, because his house is like, it's a mid-century museum,
mid-century palace.
Yeah. It's just a museum. Like it's constantly being fussed over and cleaned, and everything in there is like really valuable. Baldwin Hills. Yeah,
it is Baldwin Hills. Yeah.
And but like every piece of furniture, the carpet, the artwork, it's all just 1958, and it's the best you can get. And there's Richard, no pants on, jelly, like, and was one of those where like at the time he was only 3 or 4, and so at the time
can't even get mad at the kid. Oh
no. At the time, at the time he was going to bed at like 7, and we didn't start the show till like 7:30, so it's like 9:30. Whatever, and he's just like a zombie, pants off, shit everywhere. It was great. It was the best.
I used to want to stay up late as a kid, but I would get like I think rambunctious is the word. Is that the word?
Yeah,
a little punchy.
Yeah,
everything's funny.
He was a zombie, but it was really funny radio, I will say. And he's made a few other appearances, but as Spike says, new material. So Richard, you've done this. Let's work on some new. Do you want to sit here and tell some jokes?
Now he's doing Dutch angles. He's got the stool out.
Yeah.
He was doing crane shots before.
I know. Okay, well. Yeah, well, he can control the camera angles. See that? You should come look. He's got a whole thing.
Well, there's buttons to push over here, too, if you want. So you've been out of town? You did a couple trips?
I was in Detroit. That was out of town.
Yeah,
it
is out of town.
That was pickup trucks. God, I should look at my calendar. Detroit. I was in Bahrain.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
That was driving the Valkyrie.
Is that what you can talk about now?
I can talk about it. Yeah,
Let's
sure.
hear about it.
Oh my God!
How
what
was
a
that?
thing. Well, the trip itself was comical because it was one of those where the email comes in, we'd love you to come, blah 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 blah. So you're gonna fly 26 hours. Or 20 hours, you'll be there for 26 hours, and you'll fly back 20 hours. And I was like, boy, that seems like an awful long. I know everyone else, because I was the only American time. I know everyone else is only coming over from England. It's a 6-hour flight. Like, is there any way I could, come a day early, something like that? And they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then, of course, I show up, and it turns out I missed the flight. I got the day wrong.
Oh, no.
And it was hysterical because I
Dad got the day
Richard, if you don't talk in the mic, they can't hear your comedy stylings. There's a mic right there. You want to talk in it? You can sit here. Here, come sit here. Bring your iPad. You can sit right here.
No.
They can't hear you. All right. Anyways.
Somebody, Otto kind of says, wait, this is the late night playset. It's Romper Room. I see Nicole. I see Johnny. I see Richard. Totally.
Yes. Anyways, I go to check in. I hand the guy my passport, and he's like, "Yeah, you're not on this flight." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then
you didn't miss the flight.
I missed it by a day. Yeah, a whole day. And then like 2 minutes later, Aston Martin's calling me like, "Hey, we're at the airport here in Bahrain. Like, where are you?" And I was just like,
Still on the other side.
But the good news was because I asked for an extra day, I could go. If they could get me on the flight that day, it would have been the original flight.
You still had time.
Yeah, still had time. So they were like, "Okay, you can go. You're flying
But
coach."
they're like, thanks a lot for asking for the request.
Yeah, you're flying coach, but we'll get you there. So I flew there, and then the thing is, it's. I wrote a whole review. Hey, bud. I wrote a whole review, and we were on a track. It wasn't the greatest conditions, like both mentally. It was hot. The car wasn't enjoying the heat. But I got this book about the building of Valkyrie, and it's just the most insane thing ever made by car people. There's no other car that's like remotely close to it in terms of just like moonshot. And
what's so bonkers about it? Because I've heard other people say similar things, that it's just so crazy. But why? What's so nuts about it?
The first tub, it's called VP1. It was the first prototype tub. Took 2.6 years worth of man hours to build the tub, to lay the carbon fiber and cook it. And it was just like.
Did they do this in multiples, or is that like that's
But
one?
that was the
That's
first
doing
one, and then they're like, maybe we can get it down from 5,000 man hours to 2,000 man hours. They figured out like a better process. They had to drill 2 holes in the tub, so Multimatic had to construct a 5-axis machine drill press to drill these 2 holes. It was like a multi-million-dollar machine just for 2 holes. And basically what it was Adrian Newey was given carte blanche. Just whatever you want, don't worry about cost, design it like you would design an F1 car. And then poor Aston Martin was like, oh yeah, it's got to have like a license plate and brake lights and
Turn signals,
a light to light up the license plate, and it's got to like
it's DOT stuff.
It's got to last more than 50 laps. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be a car, And it was really hard to do that, and just like it's just absolutely insane. There's like, I'm gonna get this wrong, but like 47 meters of hydraulic lines. The suspension is like, first of all, it's banned by F1. It's this like hydraulic setup. It was banned in like '93. The Williams stuff that like actually
that crossover.
Yeah,
thing on the
kind
top?
of that. It's like a torsion bar inside a torsion bar that's like activated by hydraulic actuators. It was what's on the Williams cars that were banned when Nigel Mansell. When he managed to win, he was the best driver that year. Hey, buddy. They were like, okay, we got to ban this. If he's winning, if he's beating Senna, then there's an advantage here,
Wow.
And so it's got that. But then, like, because of the insane aero, like the rear drive shafts go through the suspension components. It's just like no other car has ever been built like this.
Right.
Trying to think what else. The seats weigh. How's this go? Okay, the seats are lighter than the doors. The doors are lighter than the wheels. Like it's just the most insane thing ever. Like anything they wanted to do, they had to like have Newey sign off on it. And if it was a change over 5 millimeters, he instantly said no and rejected it. And they were just fighting for millimeters for years and years and years.
I don't care.
And what's that?
Nothing.
Okay, funny guy.
I just said I don't care.
No, we know you don't care. Yeah. What do you care
What
about?
are you interested in?
Nothing.
No. What are those
Harry
glasses
Potter,
you're
I'm
wearing?
guessing.
Yuck.
Okay, buddy. Anyhow, yeah, and it was so like it's insane. It has a 6.5 liter V12 that revs to 11,100 RPM. That makes 1,001 horsepower, coupled to a hybrid motor. So when you are shifting, the 7-speed sequential, tiny, crazy, insane gearbox. Like there's no let up in power. You know, it's just nuts.
You drove it, or you?
I
Just
drove it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I did about 8 laps of the Bahrain F1 circuit. Ran off the track at like 190 miles an hour. This is my story I've been telling. This is a good
How
one.
many of these cars did they have?
Well, luckily it's an F1 track, so it's
but-
the runoff's like very, very paved.
Sure. But how many of these cars do they have?
Well,
They just made the
there's
one?
150 street cars.
Oh, okay.
40 track cars and 75 eventually spiders.
No.
I don't think they've started spider production yet.
But this is not the only car made at this point. It's not like
It's the
you're
only
driving-
press car. It was the only car at the launch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it
And
is.
there was other people that drive it after.
Oranges.
But this is a wonderful toxic masculinity story. So I was like, hey, because I knew I was the only American and there's only 15 people driving it. And I said, what are you working on there? All right, let me talk, buddy. Let me talk. So I was like, who else is driving it? And they're like, oh, Harris from Top Gear drove it, and blah blah blah. All these guys, and Supercar Blondie's driving it, and she's a friend of mine, Alex. I was like, oh, how'd Alex do? And the PR guy, Kev, Street Kev as we call him, he goes, oh, she was great, 325 kilometers an hour, no problem. So I'm just like, okay, must go faster than Supercar Blondie. So I get out there and I do 295 or something like that on the straight. Wow! And I was like, oh, well, that's pretty slow. So I come in, they're checking the tires, they're asking me how everything is.
Is it kilometers?
So 310 kilometers an hour is about 190 something. It's like 190. You know what? I got an app.
But you're cooking.
Yeah, so 290 here. Okay, so just to give you so let's hear it. Speed. All right, so 295, let's say, is 183 miles an hour. And 310, which is it's when I said, oh boy, I've really missed my braking spot. That's 193 miles an hour. And 325, which is what Street Kev told me she was doing, is 202 miles an hour. Right?
But I'm just thinking you're doing almost 200 miles an hour when you go, whoops, that was my braking point right back there.
Well, and I should also mention, the car is on street tires. It's a street car. It's not on slicks. So it's an F1 track. So all the braking markers. So it says
now we're moving them all. Okay.
So it says hey, Richard.
Awesome. I don't mind it.
Okay.
I don't care. As long as he can see you, I don't care.
We should have all taken mushrooms. All right. So, including him. So, it's like 150, 150. Those are the braking posts.
The markers, yeah.
So he's the Darren Turner, who's the pro who helped develop the car. He's like, brake at 250. It's a virtual braking point. Like you're not on slicks.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, all right. So, anyways, I'm like, all right. I'm talking to him. I go, how do I go faster? Like the heat's kind of being a problem. He's like, well, just limp around, blah blah blah, and really try and take the last, the double apex fast, and then hit it's not DRS. I call it ERS, energy recovery button, and that'll dump some extra power out of the battery into the motor, and shift it 10,500, and that's peak horsepower, and you'll go really really fast. So I'm like, and 305, whoa, and then as I hit 305, I kind of look up and I see a flash of white, and that flash of white means 150, meaning I should have hit the brakes 100 feet earlier in this car to make the corner, and I'm still accelerating. So I'm guessing it was 310, and then grenade the brakes and just go right off the track, which is fine because it's completely paved. So that was pretty fun. Didn't break it, and no one even noticed I did it because they were all so tired.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would like to note that I made the one note to Richard over here to just make sure that we can see you. So now I would like to show you camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and camera 4.
But Richard, it's their show.
I don't care about that.
Don't you want to see Jay and Nicole?
It's all
Are
good.
you saying that the audience sees enough of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well,
I would agree with
I'm
that
probably
assessment.
overexposed as well.
I would agree with that.
So, anyways, the car's awesome. It wasn't super fun. It was super impressive, and then I just wish I would have taken a 2-day course in the development of the car, because it's so insane what went into making this car. The not to nerd out too much, but the V12 is a fully stressed member of the chassis. What that means is there's a tub, and then there's the engine, and then there's nothing below it. There's nothing. There's no, like an F-50 has a semi-stressed. The engine's a semi-stressed part of the chassis, meaning there's some rails below it that kind of like help out with structural integrity. No, the V12 is that section of the vehicle, and it's bolted directly to the tub. There's no bushings, there's no damping, there's no rubber. The bolts that hold it are these like they're these big. There's 4 big titanium bolts. And they're imperial, obviously they use metric, but these bolts are imperial because Red Bull and Newey figured out that an imperial thread pattern, there's less of it because it's just different.
Are
it's
you
like
shitting me?
So
Less
it's like
material, so it's
like
lighter?
a gram lighter. So you save a gram per bolt.
My goodness.
Yeah. And it's, but they're like, hey, look, if there's 2,000 bolts and you save a gram each, that's, 2 kilograms.
It does add up.
It does add up. It's 4.5 pounds. This is a weird show.
I am so happy.
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe more bubbles. I think we're like.
It might be time.
It's time for Richard. Richard.
I gotta fill the machine up.
Oh. Well, here.
No, it's good. We can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. One thing at a time.
Oh.
Now too many switches back here.
Whoa. Yeah. He told me, he's like, I'm just gonna play my iPad. Don't worry about me. You don't have to. Yeah. So that was good. And then what else? Yeah. Drove some trucks.
No.
In Detroit. Off-roading, super fun. Drove stuff like
Electric trucks?
Nope.
Oh, good.
I did have that Hummer. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the Hummer
Yeah.
and how your Rivian's doing, because another friend who you know from Breakfast Club just bought a Rivian.
Oh, who?
Raiden Motors. Will on camera 3.
What's he normally drive?
He's got the dark blue 70T with all his cars have
Yeah.
white stripes on
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
He's got a
Hey, Richard, careful, buddy.
he's got a Vantage V8 Vantage. He's got
Yes, I know him. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cool. My buddy Daniel just got one like yesterday or 2 days ago.
What color
Rivian's
what
holding
color
up.
did your friend Daniel get?
What's that?
What color did he get?
Green with a green interior.
That's what he's got green, but almost like a black kind of interior. Maybe it's the same thing.
No, they have green's pretty distinctive green. It's
Okay.
like Dale guacamole green.
The green exterior is gorgeous. You're the one who got me into these cars because you
They're
let me
good.
check yours out.
They're good. Yeah, they're really good. Mine's great. I was annoyed. I'm currently annoyed for different reasons. Hey, buddy, we have one of those in the house. Don't
Really?
we?
Crate and barrel?
No, ours is like from the 70s.
Oh, okay.
It's
Vintage
actually
one.
old.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I think this.
And I think they're made out of solder rods.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Smell wood.
Hey, buddy. We're trying to actually do a show. Here, sit down. We'll talk. So sit down. And we can talk about your wristband in a minute.
You want a candy bar or something?
You want a candy bar?
Want a whatchamacallit?
Do you have a whatchamacallit?
I got a whatchamacallit.
He wouldn't eat a whatchamacallit.
Oh, all right.
Would you eat a whatchamacallit? It's peanut butter.
Well, barely.
Peanuts. No, he likes peanuts.
No, there's no peanuts.
Oh, that's a payday.
Payday. Oh, I'm
What's
not
a
into payday.
What's a whatchamacallit? Oh, whatchamacallit.
From when we were kids.
Oh,
like
yeah,
my grandmother's
yeah, no,
favorite
yeah, well,
candy was a
okay,
whatchamacallit.
yeah. All right, we're gonna try Richard a whatchamacallit. So I was a little annoyed at the Rivian.
Else.
Oh, you've never had a whatchamacallit.
I want a chocolate bar.
He wants a chocolate bar.
Well,
Well,
there's chocolate on it. Yeah, it's
No.
all right.
kids, man.
Can I open it and maybe you'll
They
take one
ruin
and see?
everything. And but so the Rivian, it's great. There was a window issue that was really annoying, and it like took a long time to solve. It kind of came out of the track, so when it closed, it didn't like go into the little groove. It was on the outside, and then we were up at Big Bear, and it got down to like below freezing, and so it just something moved, and when it moved, I'll eat it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when it moved, it like shattered the window, and so we had a shattered window. But then they were like typical Rivian. They're like, oh, it's gonna take a month before you can bring it in, and I'm like, we got storms. Like you're gonna fix my window now, and they give me special treatment. I'm convinced. I know they do. Hang on, this is gonna hurt. Ready? 1, 2. Yeah, pop it. Trash. So they came out to fix it, and they replaced the glass and the motor and everything. But then the guy was like, "Oh, the track on top and the weather stripping, that's kind of been bent, so I gotta order that." And so it took a while to like fix it. And it's just one of those things, like it's annoying to not be able to roll down your window. So, But aside from that, it's been very, very good. You know, the updates are great. Like they did the best update they did, besides the camping mode, was it went from having, you know, 'cause I have the off-road tire, so it went from having like 270 miles of range to 295 miles of range with a software update. So that was like,
That's huge.
you don't like it? Did you even bite it? That's not a bite. Can we see this?
Ah! You're like, nope.
Why don't you like it? This is delicious.
Pretty good.
Nicole loves this.
Oh my God, it's good. It's so good.
Absolutely loves this.
Love.
That's so much for that. Oh, wow. Almost at it.
Wow. You know, Spike would have cut your head off like 10 minutes ago.
I love anything different.
This
you know how
is
many
very
shows
different.
we've done where it's just here we are in this fucking
yeah,
room again
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
cars and comedy.
Well, we've talked about cars, comedy, and now the kid.
How about Nicole's haircut? She got another
I
haircut
like the
yesterday.
haircut. It's good.
Super pixie
what,
cut.
Yeah, that what
All the way.
inspired the extra pixie cut.
When your hands don't work, you don't want anything to get in the way.
That's a very good point. I think I gotta get a haircut. I've been trying to grow my hair out, but it's like frozen at this length.
The picture you did today was pretty hilarious.
Thank you.
Her hair hurts.
Huh?
It hurts. So
Oh,
cutting
that's
it
horrible.
like it's just too much for
What
her.
about bald? Have you considered bald?
Yeah.
I mean, we're going shorter each time. I feel
Do
like the next
bald.
time will be Buzz.
I mean, I have some friends that, you know, females that have gone bald, and some of them look good.
We talked about this summer. That's part of it. It's way short on the top sides. Top longer.
Okay, well, you know, maybe
We'll
bald.
see.
Yeah. I say
You
we
could
just
both
shave
go
it.
bald.
If it's a Buzz type of situation, then I can maintain it for her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Bzzz.
But you should, you know, in solidarity.
Oh, just do it too? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Great.
I mean, I got a
No,
ridiculous.
we've
who gives
solved
a
this
shit?
problem. All right, I'll do it too. I got to cut this
Let's
hair
all
off
do
anyway.
it. Let's all do it for the Autoimmunity
Done.
Foundation.
Good.
Right. I
That's
like
amazing.
it.
Done.
I like it. But anyways, yes. So the Rivian good Hummer was
Hummer,
a blast. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so over the top. It's just basically like imagine being able to go as fast as you want to go off road, and then because of the rear steer, you can also like make crazy corners without having to do 3-point turns. So even though it's too wide, it can go around any trail. It's great. It was
Yeah.
fantastic, and
You're-
1,000 horsepower is.
Basically, all the wheels are smart wheels, right? Is that the gist?
No,
of it? They can
no,
all
it just
pivot?
has like really smartly worked out off. I mean, the rear steering is great everywhere because it like they say it has the same turning radius as a Bolt.
Oh
but,
my God.
But you could in about 2.5 lanes you can do a full U-turn. So if you're on a 2-lane road, you pull over into like half a lane and then and every other pickup truck in the world has to do a 3-point turn. And
No, this is bigger than most of them.
yeah, it is big. It's not as big as I thought. It's wide, but it's not like it's not as wide as like say a T-Rex, a TRX,
Is
the
that
Ram.
right?
Yeah, the Ram is the widest thing ever built. I think it's the widest vehicle ever sold.
Is the design just better that it doesn't? It seems to carry that width better. It doesn't. You know what I mean? It's kind of flared out. The Hummer is very boxy big.
Yeah, I think the Hummer looks bigger in photos or something. It's big. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a full-size truck, but like I think it's I'm gonna get killed on this. I think it's like 82 inches wide or maybe 84 inches wide. The TRX is 88 inches wide. The H1
That's a
Hummer,
big
the
difference.
military vehicle, is 86 inches wide.
That's where I
the-
was gonna
the
go.
TRX is wider than a Humvee. You know.
So wow, that is
Yeah,
crazy.
It's just nuts. Yeah.
so
yeah.
this Hummer fits between an H1 and an H2 in width, right?
I
this
think it's
electric
I think it's the same, probably the same width as an H2 was.
Okay.
But I like here. You know what? I got this phone device. This is crazy. You can, hey computer,
Such a good.
right? Hey computer. Let's see here. Okay, so Hummer EV width.
And in the meantime, I'll do some comments.
Yes. Okay, Hummer EV width, and we've got 86. Okay, I was wrong. So it's 86.6. It's okay. So a T-Rex is 88. So it's
Still
T-Rex size. A Rivian is 82, I think. This says 79 for the Rivian, but I think it's anyhow. My point is, it's big, but it's not the biggest thing. I've driven bigger pickup trucks.
Irene
It's
Hoffman's-
called a Raptor and a TRX, but it's awesome. It's ridiculous. It's too much, but that's the whole point of the Hummer brand. It's supposed to be too much, right?
Yeah, I think so. The
wanna eat
PW
this
says,
candy
love
bar.
Johnny. Spike is too mean to him.
Yes, Spike is. That's part of the bit. But thank you. Yes.
Oh, is it? Do you guys
No.
have like a chemistry where it's
No,
playing roles?
he's just mean. No, I don't know. It's one of those things where there are some times when I'm like, man, what a prick. And other times, like this last show, I was not thinking that at all. I was actually kind of bummed at Zuckerman because he was kind of being mean to me. And then all the comments are like,
Taking
Spike,
turns.
you're horrible. So I don't know. Maybe it's like we're smiling at each other when he's being mean or whatever, and it just doesn't feel mean. But yes, it's. I mean, as I say in my Instagram bio, I'm the object of derision on Spike's Car Radio.
But
so.
oh gosh.
Get this away from me. Richard.
No, lost all control. Now I've got nothing. All right, just you. All right, so I'll just listen to you.
Yeah.
You it seems to me.
So good. Hey, Richard. Okay, you got that perfectly good iPad. Why don't you?
I want something to eat.
You want something to eat? Well, you had a cookie, a glass of milk, a pack of candy. You didn't even try this.
We have options here, but just put me in a direction.
Well, let's see. Do you have like
This was the only
lunch
chocolate
meat?
bar. No lunch meat, but string cheese.
Yes,
Cheese, like
string cheese.
All right, turn that camera around.
Yeah.
I'll get you some string cheese.
Yeah. Stop touching the cameras.
Turn the back around.
Okay. Wow. This is why daycare workers should make more than surgeons, because this is their life. Or actually, kindergarten teachers. More than surgeons. Let's give it a shot. We've paid surgeons a lot. All they do is buy 911 turbos. Let's see what teachers do with the money. Societal experiment. Okay, this might be working.
A lot of teachers driving 911s.
Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what they'll do? Maybe they'll buy Hummer EVs. And that is the one downside of the Hummer is the 9,000 pounds is pretty silly.
Is that what it is?
It does weigh 9,000 pounds. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Because the Rivian's like super heavy at 7,200 pounds.
Oh, I thought it was 6.
And like
That's heavy.
like a Lightning is I think 6,800. Rivian has a very big battery. And the Hummer has a ridiculous battery that weighs 1,800 pounds more than a Rivian.
So the weight's of the battery.
It's it's a 3. It's like I'm making this up. It's got to be like 2 tons of battery. I mean, it's 9,000 pounds. Now a lot of people are like, oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
A
It is crazy.
dually weighs 9,000 pounds.
It's a dually.
Yeah, this is a Hummer. It's a 1,000 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque super truck.
Can't argue with you there.
I mean, you can argue.
No, I can't argue
no.
with that. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Irene Hoffman says, super cool cut, Nicole.
Thanks, Irene.
Spike Estra says, wow, some serious camera cuts happening.
Yeah,
it is, that was a little bit there for sure.
A 6-year-old, yes.
Irene Hoffman, I was Richard as a child. Little scamp. Yeah, I was too, for sure. I bet, Johnny, you were too, I'm guessing. Probably.
No, I was a very serious child, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I put myself to bed at like 7 every night. And,
When did that change?
5th grade. As soon as I noticed girls, everything changed.
Oh, that's
5th grade.
hilarious.
Yeah.
The Pwig says, Richard is free range.
Yes, he is. Feral. No, free range. Yes. Yes.
I understand the child, not the car talk. Win for me. Hilarious.
Great.
Hilarious. Gunnar mentioned, aloha, guys. Love the do. Nicole, that's Gunnar mentioned
Aloha.
in Hawaii, obviously. Head of the PCA in Hawaii there.
Wow.
Auto Kennel, I'll shave my head too in solidarity. Auto Kennel, you son of a gun. What a good guy you are.
He's got a head start.
What a good guy he is. Willing to do that for us.
Wow. Yeah.
He must really love you.
Yeah. He'll smoke a pack of cigarettes in solidarity.
Yeah, there you go. MB67 says, I'll do it too. We might start a thing here.
Whoa.
Jay Franz, it's awesome. Tori Alonso, it seems like the new Lieberman headshots could easily be a new series of blip shift decals to complement the Zuckerman head.
Well,
Just saying. That's from Tori Alonso.
Dear Zuckerman, he's out there. He's the one who does all the artwork for us. It's this guy.
He's for us, for you and Jerry?
Yes, he did that. Yes, that was yes.
How'd that go over?
How did it go over? It was one of those things where we we got the artwork. Everyone saw it and said, "Oh, that's cool. We should do T-shirts and stickers." And then like I sent it to Blipshift and didn't think about it. And they're like, "Hey, it's live today." And I was like busy doing other podcasts. I was, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll just post it real fast."
Yeah.
And then like Zuckerman's like, "Dude, did you get Jerry's permission?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't."
So it wasn't a real thing. He was just sort of pouring gasoline on the fire to
Oh,
get
well, then
to
Spike
stoke-
got involved, and then Spike's like, "We'll save it for the show," and then da-da-da-da.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
I mean, if you heard my defense of it, I'm like, you've ruined my master plan of early retirement, because I think we
To
made
steal
like,
the image of
I
Jerry
think, I think
Seinfeld.
we made like $800 some, which I split with Dear Zuckerman. It's like, it was like 800 and... I want to say like $30.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
You're
not
not
the best
retiring
master
off of-
plan ever concocted. Yeah, but anyways, yes, Dear Zuckerman probably already has an image all queued up. But
the picture was great. I'm sure the whole series will be great, but the one you posted was very funny.
I mean, it was normal headshots, and then I like they're like, take off your hat, because I'm trying to grow my hair out, and it's backfiring. I'm just gonna cut it. But I mean, you can see how it's backfiring. It looks terrible.
I don't think it looks terrible, but it's funny how it must happen with age, because Magnus talks about it all the time, about how his beard isn't as long, his hair isn't, like it just sort of, it's not that he cuts it, it just doesn't grow as long as it used to.
I used to have long hair, and I liked it. It's just, everything's bad. I'm just falling apart. I mean, I'm just...
We're getting old, too. I mean, we're at that age where shit falls apart now.
No, and it's funny. I remember like watching a friend of mine who was about the age I am now many years ago, like trying to hit on young girls. And I'm like, he just doesn't realize that he's this like old, horrible, ugly thing. And now that's me.
You're this old, horrible, ugly thing?
Yeah. Which is fine. It
I wouldn't
happens
have
to
gone
the
so
best
far
of us.
as that.
But anyways, so yeah, and I took it off, and they're like, whoa, because my hair was doing this, and then I made that face, and of course that's the only photo of the series I get sent. I'm sure there's a normal headshot of me in there somewhere.
I feel like that's the one they're going to use.
Oh, they only use the worst picture.
Oh,
That's why, right?
She used to do kills for a living.
Right.
Because that happened all the time. The bad ones always got used to promote movies. It's like, no.
How would you get around that? Would you have to ask for like final approval and all that stuff?
I killed as much as I could and asked for final if it wasn't in the contract.
Crazy
Yeah.
pants.
I had one good headshot. I've been at Motor Trend almost 13 years. I had one good headshot. It was for Motor Trend Classic. And ever since then, it's like they will always, because they're my buddies, and they're like laughing, and they give the art director the worst photo, and he doesn't care or know, and he's so busy. So it's just like,
From my experience, the people choosing the photos are the people that would never have their photo in a magazine. So
Right.
they think all of this stuff is funny. It's like
Yes.
cute and fun. Oh, we're just joking with our buddy Johnny. We're like, no, this is my output. This is actually my professional.
And it's fine. I mean, I've done so much video. There's so many horrible still images of me.
Well, you're a good sport about it, too. But
What's
some
the
people,
difference?
You
Like,
could take
yeah.
it very seriously.
Sure. Yeah. But
And I bet some people do.
yeah, I'm sure they do. I'll so like some guy today on Instagram was like, I have a question. Why are you still an automotive journalist? And I was like, yeah, it beats working tables, like waiting tables. So it's just
That's kind of interesting, though. Why? I mean, could you do anything else? You're so made for this job.
Oh yeah, I could. Yes, I could do many other things. I'm glad I'm not, because I'd hate them all. But yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I could. I mean, I when I fantasize about like, ooh, what's next? I still one day would like to open a beer brewery. I'd like to brew beer professionally. I think, and I know it's horrible, miserable, blue collar work. It's 80% cleaning.
But you mean to do the actual concoctions yourself and to create
Yeah,
all
I'd like to. I used to.
a brewmaster? You'd be a brewmaster?
Yeah. I used to was a very serious home brewer, and there was actually a moment before I started doing this professionally where I was like, I'm just going to brew beer. And
It just occurred to me, you bake bread, and it's all in the same family.
yeah,
I did
exactly.
Not
I'm good with yeast.
Yeah.
I'm good with yeast.
Yeast. Thing about Johnny Lieberman, yeasty.
Yeah. Actually, my wife was in a movie called Yeast, which was just
On Earth?
yeah, and it just had its 15-year.
You're a built-in segue.
yeah.
You were the best guest ever.
And well, it just had a 15-year thing, and it was written up in the New Yorker about like how it's this modern classic and it was amazing. And they had a 15th anniversary showing of it somewhere here in L.A. And her friend Mary, who directed it, I don't know, it's called Mary Bronstein's Yeast. So I think she wrote it, and her husband directed it. That woman,
context.
Greta. You know who she is?
Van Susteren.
No, Greta
Gerwig.
Yeah,
the
Gerwig.
kid.
Yeah. So the three of them are in it.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Greta Van Susteren and Geraldo Rivera.
I'm an old
and
guy.
Lou Dobbs. No, Greta Gerwig.
Coming up next
yeah,
on Crossfire.
So the three of them are in this movie, and yeah. You're still hungry?
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what?
All right, send me down another thing. All right, so we did
You know what?
cheese.
We're gonna get food after this, okay?
I'm still
Oyster in like 20 minutes.
not 20.
Richard. All right. So yeah. So
Pop-Tarts, more cheese,
So
crackers.
anything with yeast, you know.
I see.
I'm good. Yeah. And also, I would also love to distill whiskey as well. So yeah,
Yeah.
something alcohol related.
You don't. You do drink, obviously, but you don't. You don't smoke weed, do you?
No.
No, it's not.
No, marijuana's not my thing. Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I've seen.
I've stood with you for years now. Well,
Well, hang on now. I mean, it's her really. 'cause
Medical, yes,
it's
medical
all-
reasons,
It was
yeah.
all new to me
my
a couple
fault.
years ago.
Yes.
All my fault.
yeah. No. I quit smoking pot when I got to college.
Oh, but you did at one point.
Oh, in high school. God, that was
see.
it. Yeah, that's all.
No
we
one
did the
quits
opposite. We
when they
found it
go to
later.
college.
Oh, I did. I went to Sonoma State. I was having too many acid flashbacks. So
So you quit after college.
no, during college. I was having these flashbacks in college, and I was just like, "This is bad." And
Wild.
yeah, well, you know, I grew up in L.A.-ish, like Thousand Oaks area, but you know, we'd buy our pot in Venice or whatever, and it was pretty bad at the time, right? And then I was going to school at Sonoma State, and it was much better weed up there. And I
Oh, yeah, right?
yeah, but then we're also doing a lot of psychedelics, and I just remember like one day, hey kid, I'm trying to tell a drug story here. Can you? I know. You're hungry. I'm gonna feed you. I promise. So, I'm laying there sober in bed, and I just see like black ants like march out of the wall and crawl across a poster, and they're like the size of Hot Wheels, and then they go back into the wall, and I'm like, I have to quit doing smoking all this.
I get it.
And then, you know, I still did a little bit, and I remember when it really hit me that this is because it really does make me paranoid. It really does, always did, but it didn't matter. I was like escaping from reality, so it was fine.
Right.
Paranoid was better than like
Whatever
living with my
you're
parents.
dealing
Yeah. So,
Totally.
but I remember the last time when it really hit me, I was in Amsterdam, and I was at the Van Gogh Museum, and we're like baked out of our gourds, and I'm so paranoid. I'm like, someone's gonna know I'm stoned, and I'm like, idiot, you're at the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, literally the most stoned spot in the universe. Like, there's
If you're
nowhere
not stoned, you stand out.
there's nowhere more stoned, like universally, you know.
Hayden Ashbury, maybe.
And kid, but that's 2 drug anecdotes in a row you've ruined here. Okay, go get some string cheese, or just be patient.
I ate 2 of them.
We have tons of string cheese or other stuff. I have other things.
He'll be
I just
fine.
don't
Richard,
know
we're
what to-
getting dinner after this, as we discussed.
It can,
Bob's, you want to go to Bob's Big Boy?
we've got frozen White Castle burgers in the
No, Bob's Big Boy.
No,
Great. All right.
right now.
Okay, stop it, buddy. Anyway, so that's when I knew marijuana was not the drug for me.
We'll have you out here in like 5 minutes.
No, it's fine. And then I've since then I've probably smoked pot like 3 times.
But does it bring it back to that same?
Two times was just like horrible paranoia.
Yeah.
And one time I remember just going like for like hours with some girlfriend, and because she was like, I just wanted to get stoned with you once. And
She
like,
thinks you'll be a different person. What's the
I
reason?
don't know. She just smoked pot like 24 hours a day.
Right.
So
She
yeah,
just wanted to see what
yeah, I
happened.
guess.
I want to unlock you, Johnny.
I,
you can be
whatever.
mine
I
forever.
just sat there like for 6 hours.
That's how I used to feel about people who smoke pot. I
Yeah.
used to have that judgment of like, but they're just sitting there going,
Yeah.
and because the friends I knew from high school, like that's kind of they were thinkers, but they sat around and smoked pot. I don't know how big. It wasn't the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
My friends in high school.
Right.
And then when she, whatever, and we
Yeah.
started experimenting with other things, I found that I was like totally bonkers on this stuff if I had just even a little bit. But it's been long enough now. Like you said, it's been a few years where now I'm like, I think I like this maybe a lot. Maybe I really like this. It's kinda, I don't know. It's dangerous.
I love the smell.
I'm really hungry.
We understand you're really hungry, Richard.
Maybe he
just
needs a little.
just
a little
no,
toot.
no. Just chill out, play your game, couple more minutes, and then we're gonna go. I promise. Okay.
There's M&Ms in the green room if he wants.
Do you want
those.
M&Ms?
There's M&Ms in the
That's
green room.
candy.
In the glasses if
You
want.
gotta have it. You won't eat the whatchamacallit. Eat the candy.
I don't want to eat candy.
You don't want. What? Doesn't want to eat candy.
I know. I've got kid food. We're the type of household that has kid food. So like, you want a Pop-Tart or a Little Debbie's
He doesn't
oatmeal
eat
little
anything.
thing,
Do you want a Pop-Tart?
or a little oatmeal cookie or
What's a Pop-Tart?
what's a Pop-Tart?
You don't
He's on
understand. He's
Spike's
so
podcast and
picky.
he doesn't know what a Pop-Tart
I know,
is?
right? He's
He
so
wrote
picky.
the
We don't
movie.
even try to like introduce. It's pointless.
What
Like,
does he eat when you go out? Because I was
meat
picky like that.
He
Too.
eats meat. Yeah.
Is that from
He
you? He
likes
gets that from you?
No, it's one thing he ate, and he eat it twice. You know, like he likes steak.
Mac and cheese I loved when I was that age.
Do you like
Still
mac
love
and
it.
cheese, Richard? Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay,
Yeah. The only
wow.
kid in the world doesn't
That
like
was
mac
crazy.
and cheese. Yeah.
Blech.
Do
He
you
said,
like
blech.
steak? Do you like chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, steak and chicken. He actually eats healthy. He just won't eat anything.
Yeah, he's probably evolved.
I don't know.
compared to the rest of
I'm
us.
not a ball.
Do you like tomatoes?
Yes.
Oh, I meant in a good way, but I meant like we're cavemen. And
Yeah,
he's evolved.
yeah. Well, I wanted. All I'm thinking about is whatchamacallit.
I almost dug into
It's
it.
good, man. I shouldn't eat it. I'm way too fat, but it's good.
We're bouncing all over the place, but I know you got to get out of here.
No, we got 5 minutes at least.
All right, what do we have to look forward to coming up? Because
Okay,
some
I'm-
stuff's been
I'm
embargoed.
No, nothing. I'm gonna go drive I'm going to Portugal on Sunday. So today's Thursday, so Sunday. I'm gonna drive the Mercedes EQE SUV. So it's their
Okay.
smaller electric SUV. Driving around Portugal. And hang on, bud. And I'm gonna look at a new Maybach. Huh?
4 plus 3.
4 plus 3?
Yeah.
7. Come on. He should know that.
I'm
they're
impressed
gonna
you knew it.
3 plus 4.
If 3 plus 4 is 4 plus 3.
Is the same as 4 plus 3.
7.
Yes. Richard. We're actually doing so. There's people watching. There's comments like,
Oh yeah, I got to
yeah.
go back to the comments.
And then I'm gonna go take go to Cape Canaveral.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and drive a Bugatti Chiron as fast as it
Why
can
at
go.
Cape Canaveral? Do they have a
It's
runway?
a 3-mile runway.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I'm gonna try and hit like 260 whatever miles an hour.
I always think of this. I don't
Well,
think of
there's
the
that
long
too, but
stretches.
it
Spatial.
lands.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it has to land too, so it's got a big long.
Oh,
runway.
for fuck's sake! I am such a fucking think it through.
Yeah.
Of course it has to land.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm still thinking the '60s. They just splashed down in the ocean somewhere. No big deal.
Oh, they did that too, but yeah, it's a big,
no, of course
big
they've been
shuttle
landing
runway.
them since the.
Yeah. Hey, Richard, come here. Sit here, and tell everyone how hungry you are. We'll figure out what to eat. We'll close the show. This will be hysterical.
Somebody, Spike has said this is classic.
Very classic. Richard, come here.
We need a Richard cam. Someone put a GoPro on him. That's actually hilarious.
That's a good idea.
Should, yeah, he should have had his own
Richard,
camera.
come. No. Come.
Tony
sit.
from Telefunken says that.
Okay. Richard, come here and sit.
I love it.
Richard. Sit and we'll talk about what to eat. What do you want to eat for dinner? Come here.
Bob's Big Boy is right around the corner.
I mean, you love Bob's. Here,
do you do burgers?
Pull up your mic.
Make burgers?
Pull up your mic. Do you want to go to Bob's and get a burger?
No.
Well, because we ate Bob's. You know, Chili John's is not far away.
What's that?
No,
John's?
no.
Yeah, I've never heard.
Oh my God, really? It's in Burbank.
I'm not much of a chili fan, and I don't know John.
Well, okay, Chili John's there's two. There's one in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and one here, and it's chili on spaghetti.
Ooh,
it's so
instead
good.
of sauce,
Yeah,
instead of meat sauce.
Yeah, they
That's
do
an
meat
Ohio
sauce.
thing.
Yeah, I think I've heard that in other places too.
That's different though. That's not chili. That's like.
Chili is what
But
it's
Cincinnati
called.
chili's. Bleh. This is like actually you would identify it as chili. It's just on spaghetti.
Sorry, I had to kill his mic there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. And do you want a Chili John's?
No.
Okay.
What do you want? If you could have anything, what would you have? Sounds like you like steak.
Go to Tam O'Shanter.
That's a solid meaty joint.
How about In-N-Out Burger?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Look who just showed up. Canada's in the house.
You want In-N-Out Burger?
I've been here for like 10 minutes.
Oh, well, nice to see you, buddy. Welcome back.
Do you want In-N-Out Burger?
Thanks.
Or as we call it, In-N-Out. Oh, why am I saying In-N-Out Burger? Do you want McDonald's Burger? You want Butt Burger. All right, well, we could probably figure that.
In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be good
That
for
would
you,
work.
right?
I got a. Well, that's the other thing. I don't know if you saw my text. I got a McLaren Artura downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah, rocking the car seat in the hybrid supercar.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do they turn the airbag
It's a
off? Or does
booster
it
seat.
matter, or
No,
no?
it's a booster seat.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
see,
It's
okay.
a two-seater, yeah.
Oh, that's right. So you can do it.
Yeah.
Here, let's go back to.
But yeah, been enjoying that. It's a 24-hour loan.
That's us.
Yes, that's the car we came here in. That's right. And that's pretty neat. It's no 265 GTB,
No.
but it also is a 100.
Is that car special or what?
265 GTB?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best car in the world.
I
Yeah.
genuinely think it's good looking.
It just drives so insanely well. This is good. This is like, $200,000 or more or less. Or more. It's like maybe $130,000 less than the Ferrari base price. That one I had was $440, which is like big money for a six-cylinder car.
Yeah.
And but
You said the car, it was every bit the car.
oh, there's nothing better. There's nothing better. Like I think the 720S is like the greatest supercar of all time. And Sergio, our mutual friend,
Yeah.
he's turning in a 720S because he has a 296 GTS coming,
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
like, yeah, okay, it's a good trade. It's
you,
just
you approve, you mean?
oh yeah. It's like, and it might even be quicker, which is wild because I think of the 720S as like the most unnecessarily quick thing. It's like terrifying in the when it. I think what's the red line on that? Like 7,000, and when you hit 6,000, that 6 to 7,000 is like still terrifying, even in the age
Doesn't
of like
fall off.
Yeah, it's just still going. But I think the Ferrari's quicker, and I think it handles better, and I think it's more comfortable. All these things that I didn't think would ever actually be possible, it does all that, and it's not a V8; it's a six-cylinder. It's wild. So, yeah, but to be fair to the McLaren, our road washed away.
Yeah.
So I've just been driving around like little Tokyo, and so it's not really fair. So and luckily it's only a day loan anyway, so I'll get
Right.
it back at some point and play with it.
Are you going to Haggerty tomorrow?
Are they paying us? Are they paying you? They've stolen your whole your intellectual property.
Who? Really?
They're
Well, I
like-
mean, they've invited us there. I didn't mean to.
No, I know, but it's like, hey, we're doing the guy, like some guy, Daniel. He's like, hey, we're doing good vibes at. And I'm like, oh, you are like, what's the rate? Like what are you paying me? He's like as many donuts as you can eat. I'm like, I can eat a lot of donuts. Like this might actually cost you. But
That's hilarious. I didn't know that people were recruiting. That's not very GVBC at all.
yeah, I'm like, that's like I said, McKeel, weather machine to to force us off the mountain, wouldn't put it past him,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a total bummer because I thought for sure we'd be back up at Plan B, the Site B spot that we go to.
Yeah.
And I thought, this will be the week because it just seemed like it was going to work out. And then it wasn't coming around. So we made the call, made the deal with Haggerty, said, all right, we'll be over there. And then 5 minutes later, they marked that, oh yeah, Forest Highway's open. So we totally.
Forest Highway is over.
totally-
What's Plan B? The picnic spot?
Site B, Mill Creek
Yeah,
Summit.
yeah.
Which is just halfway to Palmdale, basically.
Yeah, the most disgusting outhouse in all of humanity.
Is that one worse than
Is
some of the others?
this the one right by the tunnel?
No, it's down Forest Highway towards Palmdale, and it's
Oh,
almost
oh,
to
it's a
Aliso
big
Viejo.
site. It's a big site.
On both sides
Yeah,
of the road.
oh,
It's where the Caltrans,
yeah.
there's another
Yeah.
Caltrans spot there.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And that was where we went during the fires a couple years ago.
Oh, right. I've been there. No, there's a little tiny campsite right by the tunnel.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah, right.
Yeah,
no,
and
is rough.
that toilet is like,
That's rough.
Man, that's like.
I didn't know what the heck was there, and somebody told me that's where you park to go hike to the bridge. When we
Yes.
drive over the
Yes,
bridge,
the bridge
you
to
hike
nowhere.
through the canyon.
Oh
and
wait,
I
you
didn't
mean the
realize
bridge
that.
to nowhere?
No, that's the one that we drive over on Angeles Forest.
Yes,
right before the
yes,
tunnel.
you can do that there.
So you drive over the bridge and then go through the tunnel, park,
Yes.
and then you can hike back to the bridge.
But you know about the bridge to nowhere?
She's bungeed off it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
What did you do?
she jumped off a bridge.
That one, the one that you have to hike hours
Yeah.
to. But it's
Wow.
also up there somewhere in the forest, right?
I mean, somewhere.
She didn't remember.
I don't remember
I asked her.
that.
Yeah, a perfectly good bridge. Jumped right off it.
That's where the bungee jumping happened.
Yeah,
We've
That's
also
wild.
jumped out of planes. Can you believe that?
I would
Perfectly
never do
good
that.
plane.
That's crazy.
I feel like you'd love it.
No.
I feel like you'd have no trouble with it.
Jumping out of planes and bridges.
That's a wonderful question, son. Never jump out of a plane or a bridge. Just go.
Did it.
But just 200 miles an hour, totally safe. 260.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. What are we justifying here?
I just think it's crazy. Who packs those chutes? That's all I'm asking.
that's a good one.
Who packs those chutes?
That's a good one.
And that's the thing. Everyone's like, "Oh man, I want that new Demon 170. You get a factory parachute." I'm like, the guy at the Challenger factory's packing the chute. Like, who's packing those chutes?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like they got a rattle in the A pillar.
I think I want my best friend or a family member packing my chute, or me myself.
Or I don't know how to pack a chute. I'd be dead.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, I don't like this. Brakes, I understand. Shoots, I don't know. Jumping, I don't know. Are you glad you did it? You glad you bungee jumped?
Oh, yeah.
You glad you jumped out of an airplane?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't think like, what was I thinking?
I thought it was stupid both times.
Okay.
I did
I
it with
always
girls
think that, but I think that about everything.
Ah,
So plane was a good. They were both opportunities to be vulnerable, and the bungee jumping I think I did before.
I can't. I'm sorry, I can't show you anymore. Oh, there we go. We got one over there. You're
I think
kinda,
I
sort of in there.
bungee jumped before I met you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Right before, actually.
Yeah, the week before.
And then she wanted to jump out of a plane a week before we got married. I had already done it.
oh, okay. I was just like, man, I think she's telling you something.
I
No.
did it because I was perfectly willing to.
I
Right.
was really trying
Whatever
to
happens, happens.
show solidarity.
Okay. I
I've done this
just
too.
Like, let's play Russian roulette right before we get married.
I mean,
I think it was.
I'm making a bad joke.
No, it's okay. I had
It's a good joke.
Ironically, I had done it the first time in a relationship because this girl didn't know me at all. I had no. It was like
Right.
you're at a party and somebody says, "Oh, blah blah blah, blah, you should totally do that." I was like, "Yeah, sure, totally, see you there." And she was like, "Oh, Jay really wants to go skydiving. I'm going to get him that for Christmas, and we'll do it together." And I'm like, "Ugh." Doesn't know me at all.
Okay, right,
But
right.
she spent the money and it's non-refundable because they know it's fucking non-refundable because
Right,
half the
right.
people don't want to do
Yeah,
this
I would
stupid thing.
never
It's
do
the
it.
best
I would
idea in the
never
world.
do it, yeah.
So whatever, we go and I didn't die and whatever. I always thought that you kind of wanted to go because like, oh, but you went with, well,
Yeah,
everything's
it's-
modular.
Yeah, it's all insured,
Took a
right?
piece off there. Sure.
You have
St. Clair insurance.
you
Coverage
have-
for your
you have
toys.
6-year-old insurance, kindergartner insurance. Hey, Richard, if you don't talk into the mic, they can't hear you.
Oh, I think we turned the mic off, didn't
Oh,
we?
okay, phew. All right,
Or back on. It might be back on. I can't remember.
doesn't matter. at this
But
point.
you guys have done the time. I love you. I love you for coming and doing our
great.
show anytime, let alone
Yeah,
today
no,
with,
it's great.
with all of this.
You want to go? This is
I am starving, Dad.
All right, hang on. Before we go, what was I going to say? Oh, are there any last minute listener questions we need to answer?
Yeah, I don't know. Did you see anything on Instagram there, Canada Mike?
No, we're clear.
Okay, awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to just flee because
Yeah, I think you should.
okay, it's time.
I mean, for your sake,
Yeah.
I would. If it were
Yeah.
me, I would be like, I have to get this kid food.
Well, he's eating a lot, and he had a big day today because the schools are on strike.
Right.
But what they did was his place where he goes to gymnastics for like some big amount of money. They would take him all day at the gymnastics place.
do a
so-
daycare type thing at the gym.
Yeah, they just did stuff, but he ate a lot, which is unusual for him. So he's just must have really burned a lot of calories. So, anyways,
Do you remember being that age where you're just growing?
I'm
Just
still
growing all the time.
I'm
You're still growing?
dude. It's so bad. I'm so fat. I don't know what to do.
I don't think that's true.
No, it is. I don't remember like a year
Do you
ago.
hide it well? Are you hiding it well?
No, I'm just fat. No, but I lost like 30 pounds a year ago.
I remember that, and you're
And then
the
I
world's
just-
strongest man and all that.
Well, before that, I got real strong, and then I was like, I got up to like 257 pounds.
How tall are you? 5'7"?
5'8".
9?
5'11",
5'9"?
but
5'11"?
5'7", yeah.
I don't know. What's no 5'11"? That's what I meant to say. 5'11".
5'7", yeah, 5'7".
5'11" is what I meant
Yeah,
to say.
yeah. But
I thought I was 5'9" for a second.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got all confused.
That was
When's your
that
birthday?
was good. Yeah. So, I think my kid's peeing on your wall. So, yeah, no, I got up to I was working out constantly, and I got up to 257 pounds, and I was like, oh, our dryer's really shrinking all my shirts. And then I was just like, you know what? This is too big. I'm going to stop eating. And I lost 30 pounds.
So you just decided to. You just fucking flipped a switch.
I just was like, let's not eat and see how that goes. And then...
Yeah, but you can't sustain that.
That's the
'Cause
problem.
The moment you start eating again.
That's the problem. Yeah.
And you took all your muscle away.
I was still strong enough. I mean, look, when I lost 30 pounds, I was 225 pounds or whatever. It was 257. Yeah, I was 220. I think I got down to 218 at my lightest. But I was still plenty strong.
Which for 5'11" is not that bad. 5'7",
No, yeah.
5'7", that'd be terrible.
Well, but so, yeah. So, what's my point here? I put it all back on.
When are you competing for the next World's Strongest Man?
I'm not, but I've made
Everyone wants to
friends.
know.
I've made friends with Mitch Hooper.
I only know Magnus Magnuson.
Oh, Magnus
from the old-
Magnuson.
Yeah,
No,
Magnuson.
Mitchell Hooper. All right, this guy had the best rookie season ever in the history of strongman. He made the finals at World's Strongest Man last year, won a bunch of stuff, and he just won the Arnold Classic, which is the heaviest show in the world, last month, and we've become Instagram buddies. And he's a favorite to win World's Strongest Man next month.
I used to watch this shit all the time as a
Yeah,
kid. I think
it's
I told you
greatest.
that
Yeah,
at
yeah,
ESPN,
yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But where does one find it now?
Well, I mean, World's Strongest Man's on CBS.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The Arnold is live streamed. What's the Rogue is live streamed. Rogue Invitational. Those are the big shows.
Okay.
There's a bunch of shows.
You remember it used to be every night at 10 o'clock, it turns into the lumberjack guys and
Yeah,
the World's Strongest Man guys.
Yeah. But so it's a big. Mostly YouTube. I mean, I watch these guys. But yeah, Mitch Hooper is rad. He's
Awesome.
amazing. He's got
Nice.
He's
And he'll be your trainer when you're competing?
I think I'm aged out, but he's for real. He's in his 20s, and he's for real. I mean, he deadlifted 981 pounds. He got second. This guy Bobby Thompson is awesome, who did 986. But Mitch could have done more. He was a really easy pull to lift almost 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds?
Yeah. Well, 980.
No. Still, I mean, that's astronomical to me.
Oh, it's insane. Yeah, it's insane what these guys can do. Yeah. So.
She's 100 pounds.
No,
I can barely lift her.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I mean, I used to, when I used to be able to lift a lot of weight, but nothing like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
Ugh. All right.
So,
I love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Follow Johnny Lieberman, obviously. Johnny
Yes.
Lieberman on Instagram.
Yeah, but don't even bother because my Instagram's dead. It's
That happened lately. Ours got killed too. I thought we got shadow banned.
I think I am. I've been at 99,398 followers for 6 months. Nothing. It's just Instagram's done. It's over.
I feel like they're trying to make it. What's the one they want to ban?
TikTok.
They're trying to make it like TikTok.
Yeah, but now they took away the bonuses for doing reels. I don't know what they're doing. Anyways, it's just don't follow me there. Follow me. Don't follow me.
You are 99.3
Yeah.
thousand.
Don't follow me. Don't just live your life. Put your phones away.
Oh, that's interesting. Is that some sort of reverse psychology? To get to 100?
No, I'm not going to get to 100. It's there's no point. It's not happening.
Yeah.
No,
weird.
we're on the phones too much. I got my when I was in Detroit, I was on the phone 8 hours a day because I was just sitting in my hotel room ugh.
You mean looking at it or
I
on?
guess just everything. I was
Looking
watching
8 hours
YouTube.
a day sounds like standard to me these days because
Way too much.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I hate it too.
Yeah,
But how else
yeah.
are you supposed to do all the shit we're
I
supposed
don't
to
know. I don't know. But yeah, just go. I gotta go pay attention to my kid or something.
All right.
Actually, when my kid's around, I'm on my phone that much. So
do? No, he commands your attention.
yeah. Well, now he's good. Now he's doing what he should have been doing the whole time. He's on his iPhone. You want to restart the show?
Should we start from the beginning?
Yeah.
What do you think he really was hungry, or was he? I mean, he knows
He's
he
a
was hungry.
ham. So as you might have noticed, so he likes performing.
Okay.
And so he was how do I get my dad's attention? So
Yeah. He's pushing buttons. He's
Yeah.
learning buttons.
Well, he was having fun with the cameras. He sat, he's all over. But I should get him out of here. He's got,
All
he's
right,
got
I love
school
you, buddy.
tomorrow. Love you too.
Thanks for
Love
being
you too.
awesome.
Love you.
Oof. All right.
Motor Trend, watch Motor Trend, read
Yeah,
Motor Trend.
watch Motor Trend. That's what you want to do. Watch Motor Trend.
And the Inevitable podcast with Ed Lowe.
Yeah, that's coming back. Should be next week. And we took a month off for no reason whatsoever, but we took a month off. And so that starts, I think, end of March. I think we have Franz from Tesla.
Ooh.
Yeah. Decent interview. He got cagey when I asked him hard questions, but he liked them softballs.
Well, yeah, that's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
he only works for one, and you drive all of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a good. He's a fascinating designer. He's got a huge history. Like he designed the Pontiac Solstice. He did all Mazdas for a while. He worked for.
He did the Pontiac Solstice.
Yeah.
That was a badge over Saturn Sky too. That was a
No, he did the Saturn
neat-looking
Sky
car.
too.
Neat looking car.
No, yeah. No, the Solstice was design 1.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said it in reverse.
Yeah, and it's a great looking car.
Yeah.
It was pilot trash. But
That
it
was
was a great
supposed-
looking car.
That was supposed to be the new DeLorean too, if you recall, a few years back.
I don't recall that.
Steve Wynn they were touting that they because they retired the Solstice and they
Yeah.
were going to buy the molds and all the blah, blah, blah,
For
blah,
the
to start
DeLorean?
fabricate. That was going to be the new DeLorean
Doesn't even
about
make
10 years
any
ago.
sense.
Well, it happened.
Everything happens. Yeah, everything happens. But yeah, that's crazy.
All right, buddy.
So yeah, okay.
Where did we In and Out? Is that what you decided?
I guess we're going to In-N-Out. That sounds fine. Yeah, In-N-Out's good.
You did it.
Yeah, and for those of you who are never been to California, what you do is you park it In-N-Out and you go in and order and get it to go. Don't stand in the drive-through line. Right?
I don't know.
That's the secret? No?
That sounds like a good workaround
You
to
don't
me.
do that?
I don't do In and Out. I have nothing against it. I don't think it's that great.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's
I
delicious.
know. Very unpopular opinion, so I don't talk about it very often.
It's really good. Did you see it was the healthiest fast food? They did like a ranking of like fast food. And
I
it's
believe
the
it.
healthiest.
I don't know what that means. If you
It's
don't
just not
like it, I mean,
processed.
I'd rather eat other health food that I like better if I'm going to eat healthy food.
Oh, it's not healthy. It's just healthy fast food.
But if I'm going to have the fast food, I'd rather have one I like. Because if I'm going to
Well,
have
so
these
wait, what do you
shitty
like?
calories,
What do you like?
I would have almost. This is where really unpopular. I'd have almost any of the other ones over
Like
In and Out.
Burger King?
I'd have Burger King over In and Out if it was my choice.
And
literally, not my first choice.
You couldn't get worse
Wendy's
food.
first, probably. Maybe
know,
Jack
Wendy's
in the
is
Box.
pretty good.
Then McDonald's. Then Burger King.
Jack
I
in
don't
the
know.
Box is pretty gross, except for that
Jack in the
ultimate
Box
cheeseburger.
That's the one.
That
was it.
That's pretty good.
That's the only
pretty
thing
good.
to get.
It is pretty good. Tommy's.
It's so sloppy, and I'm not a huge chili guy.
You already said you're.
I don't mind it. I actually like chili, but I don't like chili on other things. I'm an East Coast guy. Oh, it's
Tommy's.
cold out. Let's make chili, and
Yeah,
let's
but
have chili and
Tommy's.
cornbread.
Oh, that's right. You're East Coast. That's why you don't get it out.
So, like,
Right. Okay.
yeah, but I'm
Okay.
prepared to. But also, their French fries, I think, are
I just wanna know.
bullshit. I hate their fries. I think their
Like,
fries
you
are
don't
bullshit.
Don't get the fries. Just, but like,
And then it was like, no, you got to get the fries,
You
but then
might.
you do it animal style, and that's how they're good. I'm like, oh.
well, animal style fries are better than regular. But
Does
I mean,
that just mean Thousand Island on them, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah, but-
special sauce or whatever.
yeah, it's ketchup and mayo. But the fact that you like Burger King,
No.
more than anything, and but more than
Whoa.
more than
Don't start
In-N-Out,
that
more than
rumor.
In-N-Out, more than In-N-Out is wild.
I would have it over,
Burger-
yeah.
oh, that's-
Because you can get other things. I could have a chicken sandwich. I could get
No,
good
no.
fries that taste better than In-N-Out fries.
But Burger King is foul. It's like actually
I'm not
grotesque.
saying I like it. I would have a Whopper over an In-N-Out, though, any day of the week.
What?
And I haven't had a Whopper in many, many years.
You should have a Whopper, and
Maybe
then
I
you'll
should
be
have.
like, man,
Maybe-
I said the dumbest thing the other night.
You
on
might
the
be right.
podcast.
It's been a long time since I've had a Whopper.
Burger King's like really. There was.
I do know when we had a Whopper like a bunch of years ago, we also had it like within a week of a Big Mac, and we strongly preferred the Whopper over the Big Mac.
Well,
Yeah,
McDonald's
I
is not.
remember.
McDonald's is not good food. I mean,
Okay.
it just doesn't. Nothing really
Yeah, but the
tastes
Big
good.
Mac, it was like the #1 rated blah blah blah.
Big Mac's not good. If you have to, if you have to eat McDonald's, just a regular little cheeseburger is
Yeah,
like.
little 99-cent burger. Just
Yeah, it's like almost like the smash burger because it's just like mustard and pickles and onions and
there's nothing to it.
Yeah, because like their
I could eat
lettuce
4 or
is-
5 of those damn things though.
I mean, maybe
There's not much to a little 99-cent burger, whatever. Probably
Yeah.
$2 now, but whatever.
Yeah, but I just don't eat McDonald's. Just don't eat. In-N-Out's actually okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Where does Wendy's stand? Because
I haven't
her
had
thing.
Wendy's since the 90s when I lived in New York. I don't even know where Wendy's is.
Every single Friday after Breakfast Club, that is
Yeah.
her treat. We get Wendy's
Where,
every single.
where is there a Wendy's? Yeah,
they
yeah,
deliver.
Are you super
I'm guessing
hungry?
you might be hungry. It might be.
We're talking burgers.
I want to play Sims.
I don't even know what's happening. You know what?
Here, you guys figure it out.
Oh,
You need our Wi-Fi?
maybe.
Can't say it
Hang
on the
on.
thing here, but
Yeah.
well, you're leaving anyway.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Get out of here,
All right.
Richard. You're awesome. Thank you so much
All
for
right.
being here.
Wendy's.
I'm really hungry.
Where is a Wendy's? Real fast.
They deliver, but there's one. There's two. There's
Here.
two. He's literally leaving.
Oh, he left. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
I love you, buddy. See you later.
Hilarious.
All right, well, say hi to Canada Mike here for a second, and I'll try to get some of these cameras back where they're supposed to be.
Where have you
That was
been,
the best
sir?
exit ever. And I loved how you got the shot of him leaving through the monologue area with the big wave. That was really good. Hi, Nicole.
Hello.
How you doing,
Hello,
buddy?
hello. Where have you been?
I got delayed at my office. I had a client who came an hour later than they were supposed to, and it log jammed the whole thing. But now I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
Well, you guys are the worst fillers ever.
I'm the worst. Fill away. Because I'm so bad.
I like this.
What?
It felt like a monkey cam show with all the cameras moving around. And I like how Jay, when the cameras were moving around, Jay cut to that camera. That was very good. There we go.
We don't need to talk about the show we're doing while we're on it. How are you? What
Why
are you
not?
doing today?
All right, we can talk about other things too.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. I had a really good day. Other than that client showing up late, I had a really good day. I interviewed Bill Carter today.
How'd that go?
Every bit as glorious as I would ever hope it went. Like he is such an awesome guy. Yeah, it was a tremendous. We went 90 minutes. He told me he'd give me an hour, and then we just kept going and going. We went 90 minutes. It was and he's gonna come back. So, I mean, yeah, It was a
Awesome.
lot of fun.
When's he doing
The
our
inner
show?
child was out playing today. It was very good.
When's he doing our show?
He's in New York, but I'm sure he would. If Jay responded to that, I couldn't hear it.
I don't know what cameras I'm on. All right, if nobody's going to talk,
He said-
because I'm trying to get the cameras good, but if nobody's going to do it, then I'll just leave.
I'll answer. He said, I don't know what Jay said,
Okay.
but Bill's in New York, I guess.
Yeah. No, we had a fantastic conversation about, it wasn't just Letterman. It was obviously he's been a reporter for years and years and years on the television scene. We've talked about all of his books, of course. He told a very, very sweet Johnny Carson story, which he actually fanboyed about. Like, it was a real big thrill for him. He kind of got the way that I get. He got kind of giddy when telling this conversation about this story about a conversation he had with Johnny Carson, and he talked about how he actually got Johnny to call him back, and that was a very fun story. So it seemed like he had a lot of fun too, and the podcast was so good that Don Gillard just sat back and listened to the whole thing. Huh?
How good was it?
Oh, there we go. It was so good that Don Gillard didn't even say anything. He just listened to the whole thing. That's how good
pretty
it was.
impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, like
is that?
it was really fun. And I think we're going to do it again. And another little tidbit, he is under contract with CNN, and I didn't realize that. But that contract
You know you
ends-
have resources of people that are in the business too, right? We could help you with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
You knew that's what his job is right now? He's on call
Years,
for
for
CNN
the last
if everybody
several years, since he left the New York Times, he's been a consultant at CNN.
Yeah.
He did that whole docuseries for them called the story of late night.
Yes.
He's also
you know, and
their contributor for this type of stuff.
That's right. But it doesn't keep him that busy. He's kind of on call for them. Well, that contract ends in 3 months, and as he put it, he's going to put his shingle out there and see what he can do. And I thought that was very interesting and exciting potentially.
Awesome. You want some of this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's what's going on tomorrow. GVBC at Haggerty Garage and Social Van Nuys. Hopefully for the last one. Hopefully we'll be back on the mountain next week, someplace. Sunday shit. There is a lot of shit going on. Excuse me while I whatchamacallit into the phone here, into the thing here. This is good. It's better than I remember. Kid totally should have had this. It's delicious. Richard, you missed out. So the Zuma Cars and Coffee guys are back, but they're doing it in where we used to live, Marina Del Rey, Venice area, at Killer Shrimp. And that is Sunday morning. But at the same time, the Peterson is doing a women in automotive cars and coffee, cruise in type thing on Sunday as well. And our friends over at Haggerty Garage and Social are doing a cars and, caffeine and something, another thing. All conflicting, all at the same time. All things we would love to do and support. I don't know how we'll do any of them. We'll have to do something, but they're all in different places. It's not like you can just buzz from one to the other and, hit all three. Bar hopping, like the old days.
Yep.
Pub crawl. It's not like that we could do that. So I have a feeling we'll go to Zuma because we had already told, Sasha that we would do that. And then we'll probably bust up to Malibu, I guess, after that. I think that's what makes the most sense.
Plan.
Makes the most sense. So that's the plan anyway. There's other stuff, but I don't know how important it is. Let's see. Here we go. Sounds like wing walking is next. Oh, that's funny. Because of bungeeing and then jumping out of the plane.
Oh.
Manny Gomez says, hello, Jay Ryan. Hi. How are you, Manny? Manny. Yay, someone else eating on camera more gracefully than I did. Did you eat on the Letterman podcast, Irene? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and she's being way too hard on herself about it.
I don't mind it at all. We don't normally eat on this show, but maybe we should because I didn't think I was hungry like that kid was. Maybe I was. You had a little snack before the show, but I didn't today.
Yeah. I do love those candy bars, but they stick.
Uh-huh. No bridges, no planes. Oh, Irene. Also, Irene Hoffman. By the way, I need to send you a message, but I will just say so right here, right now, that we got your whatever. Irene and Rupert have been very nice with sponsorship for this show, and they made another payment. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And thank you. There's more, but it's not anybody else's business. Adam Ferrara is at the Marconi Museum April 1st. It's coming up. It's like a week away now. Eventbrite.com/Marconi. Check it out. Motoring Club 5th anniversary party /fundraiser for the Autoimmunity Foundation /TV taping for this show. Motoring Club, April 15th. That's a Saturday night. Hello Deli is your only source for officially licensed Late Show with David Letterman merchandise. Memorabilia. Get it while you can at the Hello Deli while the Hello Deli is still in existence and our friend Rupert is still running it. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. I feel like if somebody does buy it and keeps it in operation there, they would keep it the Hello Deli.
I hope.
Although it used to be whatever that, not Stage Door Cafe, but it was like the fucking Encore sandwich shop or whatever it used to be. And that might be kind of neat too, but whatever. It'll be the end of an era if Rupert isn't there, that's for sure. Dual Shift, GVBC merchandise and lifestyle gear available at Dual Shift exclusively. It's dualshift.com or Dual Shift on Instagram, DUEL Shift. Byron Bowers, Spiritual N-Word on Hulu and around LA, usually at the Comedy Store, but he's all over the place. We know you have many options for your viewing entertainment, and we thank you for choosing the Cars and Comedy Show. Late Night Playset is brought to you by the Autoimmunity Foundation. The AIF is supported by financial contributions from viewers like you. If you'd like to learn more or make a donation, please visit autoimmunityfoundation.org. Autoimmunityfoundation.org.
Autoimmunityfoundation.org.
Just rolls right off the tongue.
Normally for people it does.
No. We were so excited to get it. I don't know if we ever said it out loud and we're like, oh, that'll just be... It's like a lot. It's a lot of intonation.
Yes.
Especially when you throw the... Oh, by the way, it's .org. Did I say .org or .com? .org. I said .org.
I copied whatever you said.
It's hilarious. Irene Hoffman, like a piggy. Yeah, well, it was delicious. Do you remember whatchamacallit bars? They are so good.
So good.
The only thing, though, is I don't know where to buy them. We get ours on Amazon, and you have to buy the whole little case, the whole, 20-pack or whatever. I'm sorry I wasn't sitting at the desk when you were talking about Bill Carter, buddy. Congratulations to you for getting him. That's huge. I've wanted him forever. Mark Malkoff was going to help, but I don't think I ever got the guy's info. But I'm very happy that you did, and I can't wait to see how the show turns out. This Friday, you have who tomorrow morning?
Alex Bennett is tomorrow morning. Bill Carter will be next Friday. Yeah.
Outstanding. I think that's it. I think we've done it. There's a lot of shit to talk about. There's a lot of things to unpack, but we'll have to do it on the next show with no guest. Which may or may not be Tuesday. I don't remember. We either have a really big guest on Tuesday or nobody, and I can't remember which one it is. But that's it. I think that's enough, whatever this is. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
Love you.
Love you. Love you. We love all of you at home. Please love one another. Love to Richard. Thanks to Johnny Lieberman and Richard. Don't listen to Johnny Lieberman. Follow him on there. Let's see if we can get him past the 99.3 thousand followers. If we can get him to 94, maybe it'll restart the machine, Also, I think we're one or two away from 13,200. So give us a follow also, if you don't mind, at Porsche Life 111, and then we'll just re-jump all these aggregates into algorithms. Love, love, love all around. Please love one another, and we will see you out there. Have a great weekend.